Good evening. This is tonight's news. Last week's Dunkin' stores in Nebraska and New Mexico were completely without donuts due to a temporary supply shortage. When reached for comment, a shadowy RFK Jr. said, "Yes, temporary," and laughed ominously.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. What would his ominous laugh sound like? the last breaths of a club seal. Rumors are swirling around that Barack Obama may secretly be dating Jennifer Aniston. Barack has, however, denied the allegations and said that he is happily married and prefers his women to have huge cocks.
Well, we knew this.
There we go. That's A+ material.
Yes.
British teacher Gil Punt.
What? That's not a real name.
It's a real name. Gil Punt.
British. Oh, okay.
Donned a polar bear costume to run a frigid Norwegian marathon in 4 hours, 58 minutes, and 29 seconds, setting the Guinness World Record for fastest ice marathon dressed as a mammal, as well as the lesser-known record of third dumbest thing done by a woman named Gil.
There can't be a lot of those.
I also like to point out, I don't care if it's Jill. Not here, it's not.
Not in America, all right?
Oh, breaking news. Longevity and anti-aging guru Brian Johnson posted a chart on X today that compared nighttime erection data of Johnson's to that of his 19-year-old son Talmadge, pointing that his son's erection duration is only 2 minutes longer than his own. Johnson wishes to live to 120 years old, while Talmadge plans on killing his father and then himself.
Oh, well.
Welcome to Normal World.
Ow!
I'm Dave Landau.
I am Quarter Black Garrett, and with us, as always, is Angela.
Hello.
Do you like for me to say your name, or would you like to say your own name?
Don't care.
Okay. I just wanted to broach
Thank you.
the
I
subject.
appreciate it.
Here we
My
go.
body, my choice. So
Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and doing all the things you do down below to us.
Not here.
We like it.
Not here with that, Angela.
Oh, what? Put your comments down below. Thank you.
Yes, write your comments. In fact, say where are you watching from and what you're drinking while watching.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how long your nighttime erections are.
Yes, let us know.
That's
And how long how long?
Oh, you want to know that? I'm thinking duration.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I want to know in length.
Both length and duration.
What kind of apparatus do you need to measure that? Just scientifically, these are science questions I'm trying to
Pair of eyes, you eyeball it.
You think there's a guy like lifting up the old blanket going like, all right?
I guess if it's your son's erect, I mean, who's doing that?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, son, I'm going to be staring
right?
at your penis all night. So if you want to hit the hay.
Her name's
But
Johnson.
you're
It's
an
normal
adult,
for
so
us.
it's fine.
Yeah, just pretend I'm not here.
What is going on?
Just like we did for the last 19 years of your life.
Dave, if people wanted to see you in real life, where would they go to see you?
This weekend, you can see me at the Fisher Theater in Frankenmuth, Michigan. Derek Richards will be with me, unfortunately. And also, February 7th and 8th, you can see me at Hyenas in Fort Worth. That's in Texas.
All right.
Where can we find you?
On my channel, Naked Garrett. Go check it out. I have videos. Go watch them. Thank you. Angela?
I'm Normal Angela on Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel called Angela Does Horror, and I cover horror movies there. Thank you.
They're great.
Thanks.
Excellent. Now, joining us today, she is the host every Tuesday night of Bottom of the Barrel at Mothership. Please welcome to the show, Sam Lopez.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Love and clapter.
Yes, we clap for guests.
Yes.
Thank you.
Every time.
Yes. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
It's our pleasure. I love doing your show.
We love having you.
It's really fun.
It is really fun.
Yeah. It's just letting anybody in the audience write what they want, and then you have to pull it out. I guess some people
kind of
throw
out
them
of a
on the
hat?
ground, but I like to just do them no matter what they say.
I like to just do them no matter what they. Sometimes it's like, this one wasn't for me, which should be for a different comedian later in the night.
Do they have to act them out?
No, you just do like a joke. Actually,
You do
she
like a
should
set on
explain.
it?
It's her.
Yeah,
what's
it's
the-
all riff comedy. So like the prompts from the audience can be anything from like a one-word suggestion to like a question, or some of them will be crazy. Like people will write these like long paragraphs, like basically coming out on stage.
Wow. For somebody else to.
For someone else to read. And, like some of the audience members think they're funny.
Yes.
And some of them actually are, but those aren't the ones that are trying. Like
The paralyzed guy is funny.
You mean
I think
the guy with cerebral palsy?
Yes.
He was just there the other night. Aaron Belial.
Yeah, and he'll just write down crazy stuff that I enjoy if I get his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, other people just like out somebody at their table. It'll be like, this guy cheats on his wife and he's with his wife. Shit like that.
Oh yeah, they'll do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, what the heck?
A lot of times they'll also write things that are specifically for Joe Rogan. Like
Yes.
audience members will ask questions that are for him. So those I always put back in because he might show up at the end of the night and it's like,
Right.
he gets really mad about those too. He doesn't like those.
Oh, so you deliberately do it?
Oh, like he
Doesn't like that, so I'm going to do that.
Well, you can tell he's like, I don't want to talk about me, but then he'll like talk to that person in the audience and find them and like, oh, he's so good at. He's definitely the best at barrel.
He is very good.
He's so good at it. It's so fun to watch him, and he'll close out the night, and they love it.
Oh yeah, every time I've seen him go up, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out if you're in that area. That's a really good show to go to.
I'd love to go. I still haven't been to the mothership.
You need to
It's a
go.
great place. You guys talk about it so much. I want
Maybe
to go.
we should have an adventure where we all go with you.
That's a good idea.
'Cause I've never been either.
And go see
Go with me.
It'd be
Yeah, we
fun.
could
again. Yeah.
accompany you and
Hell yeah.
film you.
You can
Privately.
join me. I'm sure you'd have to shut off the cameras at some point.
No.
No,
They just don't
can't
want
control
cameras in the green room.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I
definitely
don't blame
want
them.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that anything bad goes on.
Unless I had a pin camera.
Yeah.
It's disguised as a pin, and you wouldn't know.
That's a good point.
But hey, Texas is a single party consent state.
That's right. That's right. It's not illegal to
does that
privately
mean?
record you.
It means I can
It's
record you whenever I want.
Oh, single party consent put me away for 7 years.
Yeah, should have known where you were. Location, location, location.
I think you missed what I meant.
I did.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Have you heard of JFK, Sam?
I have.
That's important.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you're filled in on these topics. Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're all
we
on
all
the
know.
ball.
Yes.
Anyway, it was another slow, uneventful day in the second Trump administration, as the president has ordered the declassification of the JFK, RFK, and MLK files. Saying, all the case, 3 of them specifically in a row.
This.
Saying this is a big one. A lot of people have been waiting for this for years, for decades. Everything will be revealed. Do we have?
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one. A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed. Okay? Give that to RFK Jr.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. Give that to RFK. Tell him what I did.
Yeah, he saw.
So, as we know, MLK, he was shot by James Earl Ray.
Allegedly.
Not
David Parker Ray.
James Earl Ray. James Earl Jones.
That's the
Charles
toy box.
Lee Ray, who
Yes.
played Chucky, who was Chucky.
Was he?
David Parker Ray.
Yeah, is that David Parker Ray?
It's Goosebumps.
Yeah, that's what I
Hey,
thought, yeah.
Charles.
Lee Ray was
Ray.
the name of the serial killer that
No.
inhabited Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh, well, David Parker Ray is the toolbox killer. That's who I was talking about.
Real life.
Is he the one that was like, I'm going to put that in
Yep.
your pooper doodly doo? Yeah.
Yep.
What? He was basically, he was like Ned Flanders,
Let's
but a
talk about
serial killer.
killers.
Oh, yeah. It was like Ned Flanders,
like-
but a serial killer. He would
Wasn't
kidnap
it?
you.
Was it BTK? Was also kind of Ned Flanders-y.
Well, he would definitely go to church and look like Ned Flanders. This guy made homemade videos where you'd wake up in almost like a jigsaw situation.
It would go like,
Yeah.
"Hey, bitch."
Yeah, and he'd be like,
heck?
"Hey,
Yeah.
bitch, see that nail gun? That's about to go right in your chest." And it was really
But
not
he never
You guys know all this.
He never killed anybody.
We're
actually,
into some stuff.
a friend of
We're
ours.
into some stuff.
It is interesting though because he never killed anybody. He actually was able to hypnotize them into not knowing what happened to them. And the only way that these women know that they were there was because of the videos he took whenever he was arrested, they found all the videos, and the women that were in them were alerted.
I think they were into it.
No.
I think they were into it,
dude.
and they were like, "Oh,
No, dude.
people know." I wasn't into that. That was a murder attempt.
Yeah, I agree. I blame the victim.
But he didn't murder them.
I don't know. I don't believe
What's
it.
that?
But he didn't murder them.
I think he did murder one. That's why he got caught.
I think one tried to get away, and he was like, it was a
Before the hypnotism.
he had to kill her.
One totally did not believe in
Gotta do it
hypnotism.
now.
Not one you would want to bring to like a hypnotism night at a comedy club.
Oh, yeah.
Or a murder in a box in a desert.
That's my thing. It's like it's unwilling. You have to be willing to get that, to get hypnotized, right?
You do. You have to want to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was
so
some kind of like mind. I don't know. Look it up, but
we got
is
to
interesting.
do a segment on this.
Yeah.
So you think he's the one that shot MLK?
Yeah.
I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Get back.
wasn't shot. Maybe he was hypnotized.
Oh, you're right.
Shit.
Maybe he doesn't
CIA
even
was
know.
into that stuff.
Well, yeah, they called it MK Ultra, and they did it with LSD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I always got that confused with MLK.
Yeah.
No, he was MLK Ultra, but that's when he would be a superhero at night.
That's cool.
He put on the stretchy pants at night and a cape.
He's just all metal. He's like, at night I stop racism with my fists. During the day I do it with my words.
Yeah.
The justice would be ended.
What do you think happened to JFK?
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, man. He was shot.
I like that theory.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was it.
Those are all the facts we have. Back to you.
I don't get too into these things. I did go see where he was shot last time I was in
It's
Dallas.
interesting, isn't it?
It's cool. Or was it Fort Worth? I can't remember.
Oh, it's Dallas. Yeah.
Here. Yeah. Okay. And it's cool, and it doesn't make sense. But I wasn't there. I don't know.
It's odd. Like a lot of people that shoot are like, I can make the shot. And then a lot of people like me think that it's very hard. Now, granted, he was going parade slow.
It was very
yeah.
slow. But my thing is like he went down and then back into the left. So, like why is he making multiples when it's one shot?
I think I know why.
And then the other guy got shot as well. Sorry.
I have a theory about
What is
it.
it?
Marilyn Monroe's. Sorry, go
Because he was
ahead.
so good.
I bet. Well, I'm sure it was, but
Yeah, I mean, come on.
No,
Joe
okay, so
DiMaggio never got over that, and he was the one on the grassy knoll.
the Secret Service apparently were out getting really drunk the night before.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard that. A lot of Dallas bar owners have said as much. And the next day, so at the time, they had just allowed Secret Service to start carrying like AR-15 rifles with them. This was a new thing. And so the guys that were driving behind JFK as Secret Service had those. The gunshots go off, the ones that we know about. And apparently, maybe, one of the Secret Service guys, like,
Whoopsie daisy.
whoopsie daisied. And essentially, that's the bullet that we're like, where did that one come from? Because it's a different kind of bullet as well.
So,
Right.
so the scenario.
And a few months after this, they stopped using AR-15s with the Secret Service, or the specific type of gun with the Secret Service. And I think it's just because they didn't want to appear incompetent on the world stage.
I mean,
And that's what
that's
the
likely.
JFK. I mean, it's just incompetence.
Most conspiracies are a result of incompetence.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there was no shooter at all, or
No,
there
I'm
was a
saying that
shooter
there
and
wa-
then they accidentally also shot him at the same time? That's a high coincidence.
No, she's saying there was a shooter, and then Officer Butterfingers, who tried to go after the
like-
shooter,
Yeah.
just had the luckiest shot of hitting him twice.
Mr.
Yeah, in
Magoo over
the
here is
one
like,
that
whoop.
got him in the head.
Okay, all right.
So it was the United States government.
Yeah,
in a way.
one way or the other.
Was.
Yeah.
It was
They covered their
definitely-
bases.
Yeah.
I mean, judging by the wonderful Secret Service work we saw this past summer, I wouldn't put it past them.
Like in Three Stooges.
Yeah, and they're out getting drunk the night before. Like, where are you going? Jack Ruby's place.
Yeah.
That's why they.
Yes.
That's probably why they told Jack Ruby to go kill him. He's like, you got him drunk.
You were there.
Go shoot Oswald. Because he claims it's MK Ultra and that he was somehow brainwashed, and Jack Ruby has always claimed that he doesn't remember doing it, and is always claiming to be a patriot.
Well, we're going to find out, son.
Yeah. When did we find out? When did the?
Well, he signed him today, and I don't know how long it takes for them to process that. But that's pretty cool. I hope something. Angela brought up a good point before. It's like, I hope that the documents don't come out and they're still like redacted and all this stuff, because they can say they disclosed it,
But it's all
but it's
blacked
still
out.
redacted.
They
so.
always do.
What if they do reveal all this? What will all the people who have been, doing all this research on it for all these years, what will they do? They'll just
They'll find
15
something.
days. 15 days.
They'll find something else for sure.
Can you imagine though your whole life, and then it turns out it's just a slip up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to believe it. They will. Even if I saw it, I'd be like, I don't know. Somebody just whoopsie daisied and shot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, we have to trust the government to even hear this. But then with MLK, I think the whole idea is did the government kill him?
Yes. Yes.
And
That seems obvious.
yeah, I think they did.
Absolutely.
And if you've been to the hotel, I went to the hotel where it was in
Been there
Memphis,
too.
and yeah, it's really amazing. And it looks like the exact day that it happened. And there's one lady with a stand set up who wants her apartment back. And it's like, you should really just move anywhere else.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to give it back to you.
Oh,
It's been like 15 years. Like, stop.
you got to admire that persistence, though.
That one is so obvious because the tree. You know about the tree?
Yeah.
The cops cut down the tree that morning when they showed up. There's a tree in between. There was a window where the shooter supposedly shot, and there was a tree in between that window and the location, so he couldn't have shot from it. So they were like, and they don't. There's it's the '60s. There's not cell phones and everybody's there. Like they could have just done stuff and been like, "Oh, and the tree had to come down."
And you want to, anything that would obstruct a view.
That was evidence. That tree was evidence.
Yeah.
Needed to be documented.
I'm excited for it to come out, though. I mean, RFK's is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And I know his son.
Yeah, that's why he handed him
He's
the
going to
pen.
name drop that.
Yes.
You all can pick that up.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
he was waiting for that.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Thank you, Sam. One person in this room with
I've heard it.
manners. I think that's just the mob. They're just like, hey, your dad was mob. You want to stop coming after us? And he's like, no. And they're like, all right, well, go talk by the kitchen. Pap.
Little pop.
The mob is basically the government too.
Correct.
That's all.
Yes.
And at that point, they were absolutely working hand in hand.
Less corrupt.
That's all.
Honestly, no, you're right. Like the mob is just a citizen government.
Yeah.
And they're also as corrupt as the government that we have.
I would say less.
Slightly
Less
less.
people die.
I would agree with you.
Less people die globally.
Yeah.
Globally, are you correct? Yeah.
Government's a
That's
mob.
true. The Italian mob made New York better. It didn't wipe out half of it with COVID.
Yeah. And they were they had cool threads. So
They did.
I'm
look
in it
good.
for the cool threads
They
and
did.
the pasta. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had a nice look.
they
Yeah,
did.
they did. They looked dapper.
Yeah.
They smell
the
good,
cars?
probably too.
They probably do.
Yeah.
I'm glad we talked about this.
Bring the mob back. I think we've decided.
I've been for it for years. So anyway, we now that Trump has decided to undo this, we here at Normal World are cautiously optimistic, but would also like to add that the second Trump was fun while it lasted.
Yes.
Short-lived.
Short-lived. Hey, are you worried about doomsday? Me too. We've seen all the headlines. Cyber attacks on our power grids, drones in the sky, violent attacks on everyday Americans. The ugly truth is no leader, no system can protect you from everything.
That's right.
And the last thing I want is to be standing alone in line, depending on help that may never come. And when crisis hits, food is always the first casualty, besides people.
Yeah. There's
Everyone-
obviously those you don't count that as the casualty because that's obvious.
Right, but this is for
Then
the
second.
remainders,
Toilet paper as well.
The survivors.
the survivors.
Yeah.
Everyone needs it, not the survivors' food. And panic does make buying things worse.
It does. We saw it 2020. It
I
got
don't know
a
if you've
little crazy.
ever panicked trying to buy something, but it is, you never get what you want.
Oh no.
No,
Ever bid on something on the internet and it's like tick 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 tick. Somebody else could have it.
I know.
Gotta get it.
You bid on bombs? So anyway, that's why I've made
Ross is
sure
out there again.
That's why I've made sure my family's prepared with My Patriot Supply. Their 4-week emergency food kit gives you the nutrition you need to stay strong in a crisis. With 2,000 calories per day and 100% of your daily value of 12 essential vitamins and minerals.
Man.
This kit keeps you going when every meal matters. Right now, they're offering $50 off a 4-week food kit. Look at that.
Look at that bucket full of food.
That is buckets of food. That's for 4 weeks. That's a month to
Now,
save
is
your
that-
family. You don't like your family? Don't get it.
Is that per
Or
person?
keep it yourself and you could
I'd like
last
to
4
know.
months.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go to preparewithnormal.com and you can grab yours. So don't put it off. Now is the time to prepare. That's preparewithnormalworld.com to get your 4-week food kit today. Thank you, My Patriot Supply, for sponsoring this episode.
Nice.
Where are you going with that?
You got to take the camera off of him after he says the thing.
I just stare.
Just, hello, darkness, my old friend.
So what I enjoy about you, Sam, you put on
Anybody.
football. You do little football shows.
I do little updates.
You do little updates. My Detroit Lions failed last week. Boy, it was sad.
It
Anyway,
was.
What are you gonna? It wasn't sad.
It was sad. I mean, that day I was happy because my team hadn't lost yet, but now I'm with you. It's sad.
Oh yeah, you're the Ravens,
I'm
right?
the Ravens.
Yes. Yes. So what do you think the Super Bowl is?
I mean, I really don't want it to be the Chiefs, but it does feel like,
Again,
it's
right?
going to be Satan's year again. But I'd love to see a Bills Commanders Super Bowl. That'd be fun.
It would be.
But I don't know. I can't tell who's going to go from that side. Like if it's going to be Commanders or Eagles this week. I really like the young Commanders quarterback, Jaden.
Yes.
Yeah, Jaden Downs. He's really good, and he's like sweet and adorable, and like a little kid. I don't know. Like the mom in me is like, I just want you to get it all.
I just want Philly to win because they're terrible sports. And the idea of them at a Super Bowl is just going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
Not that they haven't been, but still, it's just going to be
Have they won a Super Bowl before?
the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. What got you into football? Was it like
I was
family?
not. Well, I grew up in the Baltimore area. My parents, my whole family, they're all big Ravens fans. But I didn't get into football until I met my husband. He's a comedian, Derek Poston, and
I like to give him the shout out.
Yeah,
That's a
give
good
him a
wife.
shout out, my man, Derek.
It forces me to watch stuff.
He didn't. Our first couple years together, he didn't watch football with me at all. It was very tricky of him. He kind of snuck it in over time. And then
Okay.
he's real stealth about it. He'd be like, oh, do you think this guy's hot? And then all of a sudden I'm like interested. I'm like, you know what? This guy's a good looking guy. So
look at his stats.
look at his stats.
You could follow him the whole season.
Yeah, so I started out just checking out all the players, the characters, and then during the pandemic, we really got into it, and he started quizzing me. So I get like quizzes where it's mostly about the quarterbacks. That's the most important thing.
If you got it wrong, was there physical punishment?
Sometimes you get a little backhand.
Yeah, a little bit. But you deserved it.
Yeah, I deserved it. I was wrong. Also, I remember next time. Yeah, so
There
A little
weren't.
bit extra work.
You found some old tapes of you watching videos. You're like, oh wait a minute, I remember that.
This is pocket watch.
That's how I know this whole squad. That's awesome. No, because I really do love the Instagram posts you put up, and it's just fun to watch, like the female perspective, because you're bubbly and fun, and it's not like the sideline reporter who looks like she doesn't want to be there.
oh man, they look like they want to be there. Just the questions are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're like, what do you think you could have done differently in this game? And then the players are always like, well, win.
Yeah, like we could have
better.
scored more. I felt,
Yeah.
more tackles on the offense. I don't know.
You
Defense.
gotta
Many
give
answers.
110%.
It's the same every week.
Give 100%. I don't know.
They're like, God didn't show up today.
Yeah.
Was
Well,
that
we did not pray as hard as the other team. I'll tell you that much. I think we have too many Jews on the team. That's the problem. That's
normally
what
the problem.
Too many Jewish football players.
That's the
yeah.
problem. We always know that. Your entire starting
Well
line
known.
is Jewish athletes.
being athletic.
Perfect weather.
Yeah, they only go out if it's
All
exactly
defense.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a high pollen day, they're just like, I'm not playing today. There's no way.
He's throwing on.
Oh, it's so. My hands. I'm going to sit by the Gatorade. I don't want to get
feeling-
dehydrated.
I'm feeling puffy.
Why did we hire these guys? I mean, not one of them has done anything.
They sponsored the football team. Oh, okay, I remember.
It's like in the movie Airplane, famous Jewish athletes, and it's like a bookmark size pamphlet. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been into football because I've had to through my family, but I really have been enjoying the Lions the last couple years, and Dan Campbell I love because he's an insane person, and in the best way, and I think he's very smart. But I really thought we were going to finally go all the way this year, and to lose like that, I mean the number of interceptions thrown.
Yeah.
Like, what do you make of that? Do you think Goff is just playing for the other team in secret?
Oh, man.
It's okay to admit it. I am.
You don't know. I always favor of we're losing all the white quarterbacks. It might be, it's just his time is up. You got to replace him with a young black guy.
We had a great white quarterback before, though, too, Stafford.
Yeah, but now I feel like it's been better since they made the switch for both teams.
It has been. And Stafford was great. But
Stafford's great.
With Kelvin Johnson, he was the best. But yeah, I agree. It's been better since he moved on. And I like him. He's a comedy fan.
You were telling me that.
Yeah, and he sent my son a ball. So I really like that dude.
That's really cool.
But yeah, Goff, I don't know. I think you're right. He should be replaced by a black. I think they should totally get him out.
Yeah, that or he should go see more comedy. Maybe that's the missing.
Maybe that's the problem.
You know?
Yeah, because just handing the other team the ball 5 times is stupid.
Against the game.
I'm not even one of those people who gets mad and yell because I can't do it.
Yeah.
You put me out there, it's going to be a real mess. I'm not winning anything. But that was bad, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was rough to watch. It was crazy watching. I was in a green room.
Were you with Darius and Trey?
No, I wasn't with them. Darius is a huge fan.
Darius will be dressed up in full Lions gear. Because I was wondering if you were in the green room with Trey or Darius, and if he happened to
No, I didn't. I wasn't with Darius
punch
that
a
weekend.
wall or anything.
Have you seen the footage of him? I guess it was last year at one of the games. He's on the sidelines.
Oh yeah,
It's amazing. It's he zoomed in on him.
yeah. He's a diehard fan.
He's a diehard fan. I don't know if Trey's into it like that.
Yeah, he definitely likes it. But I know, Darius and I both had the same chain on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the chain.
The big chain with a lion on it.
Ah, that's so cool.
I know. There is something that is nice to never ever getting that far.
Yeah, it's at least you didn't lose something you've had before.
Right. It's like if you're in jail, right? Or a rehab.
Okay.
I'll do a rehab. Maybe more people can relate. Okay. The only thing you have to do during the day is just not go crazy or drink. It's pretty low expectations. So if you have low expectations of a team and they go a little bit farther than you expect, it's kind of a good season.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
You just gotta keep your expectations low.
Yeah.
I do every day.
Dude,
Yeah.
in life, that's a good rule.
I always
Keep them low.
Yeah.
See,
Keep 'em low.
people say look on the bright side. I look at all the negative all the time.
Yeah.
And then when something good happens, I'm like, well,
It feels really good.
that was nice.
You go.
Yeah.
How do you live by?
Oh, I'm a look on the bright side girl.
I know, I can
personally.
tell.
You're like I can tell. But in the Lions case, I guess.
Yeah.
I get why you felt that way. We all thought they were going to go all the way.
Everybody did.
Everyone thought that. We wanted it.
And Jeff Daniels going around singing his song. You should beat him with that guitar until he's breathless.
It's bad luck.
What? Yeah, you don't sing the
luck.
song about breaking the curse until the curse is broken.
Yeah, that's 101. That's stupid.
Yeah, you don't do
I don't know
that.
football and
What
I know
exactly was the curse?
It's
Or
the
is,
curse
I
of
guess.
Bobby Lane. And the curse, I'd Google it
Okay.
to explain it more, but it's the curse of Bobby Lane, where it was the last time they won it, which was back when they wore leather helmets and only white people could play. It was the last time the Lions ever did anything.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need a young black quarterback.
I agree.
Need to mix it up.
They need something, and I'm with you. They need. Let me look up the curse of Bobby Lane.
They've improved though from last season.
No, they didn't go as far.
Didn't go as far. Okay. Wow.
No, that we went right up to the last game last year.
Oh, you're on a trajectory for greatness.
They say,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was an
Everything
American.
changes in the off season.
You never know.
Yes, but he played for the Detroit Lions. He died in 1986. That's another year we didn't win the Super Bowl. And that's Bobby Lane. And the curse of Bobby Lane, I guess if you want to put it out there, is in 1958. Ready, everybody?
I'm ready.
Campfire music? No? In 1958, the defending NFL champion Lions traded Lane to the Pittsburgh Steelers in early October for the great Earl Morrell. You remember him. And
One of the greats.
the greats, and 2 draft choices. Lane responded to the trade by supposedly saying that the Lions would not win for 50 years. That's what it was.
Oh, it's like a curse upon you and your family lineage.
So yeah, when Bobby Lane was traded, he said 50 years. I was trying to remember the number.
What are we
A
on?
Babe Ruth thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of a Babe Ruth thing. I believe we are past 50.
Oh man.
I believe we're
So now
well
it's a
past
skill
50.
issue. Now it's just a
Now it's
skill
just on
issue.
y'all.
Yeah, this was 1958.
It's a 100-year curse.
It's not even a curse anymore.
We're going on 70. Yeah. So yeah, we're going on. What was that?
Now you just suck.
It's just
Yeah.
a self-fulfilling prophecy now.
It is. Yeah, where they're like, look, guys, Bobby Lane, the great Bobby Lane.
You guys
Yeah.
know.
You know,
Know
back.
him.
Yeah.
You love him.
Oh, you're a great guy.
Yeah, back then. Come on.
So many monsters were in sports back then.
Back then?
Well, still are, but I mean, you didn't get contracts like now. Back then, it was just like you got head injuries and
Yeah.
Went off to the old sanitarium.
yeah,
Like
As
a
it-
man.
As it should.
yeah, like a man. You wear a leather helmet, you take your beating,
Yeah.
you make $6 an hour.
You beat your wife.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it was back then.
The good old days.
And the main thing that kept you from feeling hurt was alcohol.
because it numbs you.
Yeah, that's why Mickey Mantle would
That's
play,
fun.
even though he had like a big open wound on the side of his body and cirrhosis. He says,
Mickey Mantle badass.
dude, they were all badass. You
Yeah.
had to be. We didn't have medicine.
Ugh.
Can you imagine how hard they did beat their wives, though, playing
A
in
lot.
leather helmets? It had to be a
Yeah.
disaster when they got home.
Well, they had to have so much CTE. Like, whoa. They didn't even know what they were doing.
Yeah, and there's no way. Like, there was probably a lot of OJs back then,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, and then they just covered it up.
Yeah. They
'Cause he
didn't
was
have
like-
forensics and stuff.
Yeah, and they called the police, and they were like, a black guy stabbed my wife, and they were like, we'll get him, and they just grabbed the first person they saw.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
It's not too far off, probably.
It's probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. Let's get ourselves a black QB.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's worked for other teams.
We've also had some kicker moves that I haven't been thrilled about. When he laid there like a lady a couple weeks ago after he missed a field goal.
That's depressing.
She just laid there like the Burt Reynolds playgirl.
Like a soccer player?
No, like, well, I mean, a lot of them were soccer players, but he missed a field goal and then he just sat there sideways like he was taking a photo shoot on a chaise lounge. Looking at his
Why?
mistake. I don't know why.
Just depressed or
It bothers
like,
me
you
to
didn't know what
tell you
do?
about it.
He was just frozen.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player?
Mhm.
Well, I have to say Lamar Jackson.
There you go.
But well, this year I really like Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
I know I said I'm not rooting for the Eagles, but he's great. He was on my fantasy team, and
There you
he
go.
got all my points.
So, well, that's good.
But yeah, he's fantastic. Derrick Henry's awesome. But I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite player. You know,
So let's say you could take any QB in the league and put him on the Lions. What would you think would give him a
on
winning
your team.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you got to take Patrick, right?
I think so.
Because he comes with all of the refs as well. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, it's a big move.
They sure love to favor him, don't they? It's amazing.
Who's Patrick?
Patrick Mahomes.
Is he the one that's dating the
No, that's
Taylor Swift? Who is
Travis
that?
Kelce.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
They're on the same team.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I've heard a conspiracy theory about this: is that they're trying to get the Chiefs into the Super Bowl because they want Taylor Swift to go there so they can get the publicity of Taylor Swift.
Well, I mean, didn't they do that last year?
They
Exactly.
did, yeah.
Exactly.
And I think the Super Bowl is bigger than her.
Also, Kendrick Lamar is going to be there.
Concerts?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is going to be there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But Kendrick Lamar,
I didn't know they were still
the
dating.
crossover with football enthusiasts and fans is probably pretty large. You're probably going to get those anyways. But with a Taylor Swift, that's a whole nother demo that you're not getting before, that you're bringing into the fold, right? So,
well, there's definitely way more women watching football because of Taylor Swift,
right?
Yeah.
So that's the conspiracy theory that they're just trying to get them in there,
and they're really just watching the screen until Taylor Swift comes on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she's up there like doing the evil eye and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Can I do that on the show?
Yeah.
She's out there, like
whatever it is that she does up there.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, the thing that proves she's not a good witch.
Yeah.
Oh man,
not a good one.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I have nothing.
I don't
against
understand the T Swift. I don't like her music, and I just don't understand it.
I think she dresses like a male figure skater, and a lot of women find that appealing.
She hasn't
makes
aged.
sense.
She doesn't age. It's kind of amazing.
She's pretty young, though. I guess she's not that.
She's
I think
older
she's
than
our
I
age.
am.
No, she's our age.
Is she our age? I thought she was like
She's
maybe a little
35.
bit
Very young.
Yeah.
She's 35.
Yeah.
35.
You're 35.
Yeah.
Oh, I look like shit.
You're only
She's
5
been
years older
famous
than
since she was 16, though. She's had the stem cells,
true.
stem cell lotions and stuff.
So have I.
Well, damn.
I mean,
don't
sure,
know what
I
to
make
tell you.
my own. By the way, how much for your baby?
What? You're still my baby, so you can look like you're 35.
Yeah, I want that Taylor Swift. But that man has rights, okay? He has the right to look beautiful his whole life forever.
Come on.
So if you were up for auction, if there was a number, we'll talk about
I
it.
didn't know that the baby was for the stem cells. I thought you just, wanted the love of a young child.
No.
Oh, who wants that?
No. You suck out the marrow until you look ageless. I'm so sorry you're pregnant.
Yours.
We all have children here, though.
A1.
I have a child. He has 14, and Angela has 1.
So
The ethnic one on the show has the ethnic number.
what's that supposed to mean?
14, really?
No, he's got 4.
4. That's basically 14.
I'm done. I'm done. Like after 4.
It's a noble thing to say after 4. You're like, I don't think I can handle it
I'm out.
anymore.
I'm tapped on
Yeah.
it. They're pretty. It's a lot.
Yeah,
But I love them.
it's too much.
Yeah, it is. It really
Too
is.
much.
But hey, I'm pulling the weight for everybody else in the world. Okay, there's the fertility rates going down. People not having babies. We're doing work.
Doing the work.
Well, they're waiting
So
till
you're doing-
later.
Hmm?
They're waiting till later in life too.
Yeah, when their eggs are all.
Yeah, but now you
Fucked
can.
up.
But now you can
Then you're
get
getting
like,
little old age babies.
Like
But
me.
Those aren't all there.
What? My mom was 40 when she had me.
Really?
Proving my point.
Bastard.
Proving my point.
and her mom is a saint.
She's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
And my wife was 53 when we had our son.
I was in high school, freshman year.
He's 9 and she's been dead for 4 years. So you have. But you are with child, so congratulations.
I'm pregnant.
And this is your first, right?
Yes, it's my first.
Excited.
Congratulations.
You're gonna love it.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And you carry well.
Great thing.
It's, the big sweatshirt,
I gotcha.
You gotta. Everyone's like, oh, you should wear your stomach out.
So people can
Alert.
touch it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, I find that odd to say that to someone.
It's only women.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Yeah.
It'd
Oh,
be
is
crazy if men were like, wear your tummy out.
it? Yeah.
Pop that belly out, girl.
Belly.
You putting cocoa butter on that?
Make
I can do it for you.
Get those stretch marks, girl. Angela, you said that people came up to you and touched your belly. Like,
Yeah,
while you-
but like older women in the store. Never, it wasn't
I
from
guess that's
dudes.
less weird.
It did. Yeah, I never felt. I
Thinner.
wish they didn't. Yeah, they were like, But I did have people come up to me that were like, "Oh, is it twins?" And I was like, "No."
What are you trying to say?
And they were like, "Oh, well, you must be about to pop then." And it was like, "No, I'm only 6 months." Just like,
You didn't look big.
yes, I did. You did not see me, but because
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
How?
You ever
I
heard
was
of-
watching you through your window.
You ever heard of a tree in binoculars?
Come on.
Did you ever notice?
It's getting a lot of play lately.
Did you ever notice your mailman looked like me with a mustache?
Yes, I did.
You know what?
No, but my torso's short, so it just has to go out.
He had nowhere else to go.
Nowhere
She
to
was
go.
just in there.
I only saw you at the beginning of your pregnancy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then seconds after when I was pretending to be a janitor.
thought
The
that
nurse
was
that caught the baby.
There she is.
The mask on, you couldn't tell.
Dave? No, what? No. Why is your janitor so erect?
What's going on? He's measuring how long.
How long the baby is?
Yes. I was just saying how hard its penis would be. I'm taking
You have
notes.
to compare it against.
I want to live forever.
I want a fresh baby to compare it to.
I'm
to
just
see.
here to collect the stem cells for my creams. Just go to the placenta. Are you going to eat that, or can I?
Gonna finish then.
Yeah, I can have what's left.
Yeah, just saying. If you're not going to use it, what are you going to throw it away? Why add to a landfill?
What a waste.
Daddy's right here. I guess I just wouldn't assume you would look bad or heavy. I don't know the word.
I didn't look bad
I guess
or
heavy
heavy.
doesn't help either.
I just looked very pregnant.
Okay.
And yeah. I also had, well, this isn't interesting for the show. No, we don't.
You're good. What?
Nothing.
You had what?
I had that thing where your blood pressure is high at the end.
Oh,
High blood pressure?
High blood pressure.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so it made you a little bit more bloaty. You would like retain
Plump.
water more. Yeah.
Oh, so the thing I have all the time?
Yeah.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah.
You should.
Have you,
Doesn't
are you,
like-
I mean, maybe you're,
Are
you
you
pregnant?
You are glowing.
I probably am pregnant. To a crazy bread baby.
well,
That's what I
you
ate
carry
today.
well, Dave. I gotta
You
tell
do.
you.
I don't.
You do.
That's the sad part.
Is that twins?
Yes.
Twin crazy bread.
It's actually, technically, but it is triplets. Two are just mashed together.
Okay. Should name
They'll
him
come touch
Caesar.
it later.
Yeah, what do you have in there? The two are conjoined. That's the correct word. And one is being strangled by the cord. It's going to be a real mess.
Yeah.
Anyway, not
Not to deflect. but
Just
that's a great
horrifying.
thing.
it's not the worst thing you could have. Like the doctor's like, got some good news and some bad news. Well, what's the good news? You got 3 kids. What's the bad news? You're not going to have them for long.
Be short but sweet.
Well, the bad news was they all have to come out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst part.
They're all coming early. Right now.
There's a traffic jam in there.
We're going to have to keep your uterus study.
It's a scientific miracle.
Yeah,
of how it happened.
We don't know what it is, and we want to prevent it from ever happening again. We may actually have to keep you and in isolation just to understand, like, diet. We don't get it. I don't.
What happened here?
What a mess. Do you know who the father is? I watched this thing, too, it was Maury, and they had fraternal twins.
I missed that show.
Yeah.
That trashy show. So good.
The fraternal twins, there was a dad of one and a dad of the other.
Can that happen?
I'm sorry.
Can that happen?
That doesn't
though?
make any sense.
Yes, because women can still get pregnant when they're pregnant.
What?
That's correct. And especially if it's in a short amount of time like that. So it's like basically she probably had sex with a guy and then, later that night had sex with another guy and got both.
Dang.
Both of her eggs.
Yeah, because fraternal is they've dropped 2
99.99.
eggs.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
they've both got, but the identical, it's just the egg keeps reproducing or something?
Yes, something like that. I'm fraternal.
Oh, really?
So yeah, but my brother and I look enough alike where I know it's the same father. He's blacker, but we know.
Yeah, he speaks jive.
Apparently so. The scientific term for this anomaly is heteropaternal superfecundation, and it's
Can you imagine
$50
telling
words.
someone that? You have super hetero-fraternal
oh yeah, I remember the
combination.
twins that were like different races.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, it is possible.
Wow.
That's wild.
it is.
Missed that one.
Yes,
I thought
no, it's a
that
good-
was safe
yeah.
sex during pregnancy. Turns out it's not.
No, you can get a
Wow.
woman pregnant while she's pregnant.
Yeah, it's wild.
Explains all the kids.
They tell you that right after you get pregnant. Like, why would...
Thanks.
Yeah, they're like, just so you know, Miss Loosey Goosey, it's not a time to keep throwing buns in the oven.
Yeah.
Why don't
Spay and neuter.
Why don't you keep them legs shut and be a gal? Show some class.
This is the 1950s.
Yeah, just smoking.
You like one?
Why are you tired? I'll give you some heroin.
Yeah. Opioids of any kind. I have a lot.
They were all available. Heroin. For the babies. Baby heroin. It'll sleep
Shut 'em
through
up.
the night. Just rub it on scotch.
Yeah. Along with the scotch.
If it doesn't wake up, call 911. They'll tell you to shake it. Shake it until it wakes up. Is that not working either? Perhaps we're not good at doctoring.
No, we
Speaking
have
of
a doctor. Hey. We have a
There you
doctor.
go. We do have a doctor. And a lot of people are probably wondering, watching this episode, if ass play is safe.
Hey, I don't know.
People write in questions.
They do. And this was a question asked by somebody.
Is
out
that
in the
correct,
That is
Angela?
correct.
Will
That is
you read the question, please?
Like, is it safe to have ass play?
All right. Now, if you rewatched Angela say that, just leave it in the comments. Let's find out. Hey, Dr. Steve. Ask Dr. Steve, Angela.
Hey, Dr. Steve, is it safe to have ass play?
Hey, it's your old pal Dr. Steve, and this week Ken asks. My partner and I like to engage in a little ass play from time to time. I'm worried about its effects on my anus. Is there something to it, or am I just being a nervous Nelly? Well, Ken, a lot of myths exist regarding anal intercourse between consenting adults. The most concerning myth being the idea that penetrative anal sex might lead to a loss of bowel control, leading to the dropping of logs involuntarily wherever the participant goes. This idea likely keeps a lot of people from participating in this activity, for better or worse. To find the truth, researchers in the American Journal of Gastroenterology somehow got funding for a study titled Anal Sphincter Structure and Function in Anoreceptive Intercourse, and the findings may reassure you. Basically, the study looked at 14 males who engage in ass play and 10 age-matched, non-anoreceptive males in a controlled prospective study. Subjects were measured for anal sphincter tone through the use of a manometer, which is basically a pressure gauge attached to a balloon that's inserted into the rectum. The tighter one can squeeze the balloon with their sphincter muscles, the higher the readings on the meter. What they found was that resting pressures were lower in the ass play group to a high level of statistical significance, but there was no difference whatsoever between the active and control group when it came to squeezing the device with their sphincters. Anoreceptive men had thinner anal sphincters, but this was not statistically significant. Most importantly, what the study finally showed was that despite the lower resting pressures in men engaging in penetrative anal intercourse, there was no loss of bowel control whatsoever. Therefore, although ass play does change the dynamics of the anal canal, there's enough redundancy in the system that people who engage in this activity aren't just shitting themselves constantly while they're going about their normal lives. So, Ken, start low and go slow, use lots of lubes, and have a partner who is patient and careful. You can enjoy sexual congress without worrying that you'll be constantly filling your pants with stool because of it. I hope that helps. Let us know how it goes. What say you, Dave?
Well, Dr. Steve, I appreciate the information, and I'm glad that we know that we can brave the dark. Speaking of which, how far will a teacher go to save a kid on the brink of losing everything? From Angel Studio comes Brave the Dark, an inspiring true story about a troubled teen struggling to survive in a world that's let him down. Brave the Dark reminds us that one meaningful connection can change everything. This powerful film will leave you uplifted and inspired as it shows the strength of compassion and the impact of never giving up on someone. I encourage you to see Brave the Dark in theaters this Friday. You can get tickets at angel.com/normal. That's angel.com/normal. And you yourself can brave the dark. And thank you, Brave the Dark, for sponsoring this episode.
That was beautiful.
That was great.
Thank you.
It was really good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sam.
Beautiful.
I appreciate it. I just want to make sure that we can get everything out there. So I want to talk about organ harvesting before we get out of here. I think it's
End on a light note.
Yeah. We want a positive.
this whole thing doesn't have to be about braving the dark. You know. So finally, we like to close out this week with a nice story. A San Antonio man charged in a road rage shooting is also accused of trying to purchase a 9-month-old baby and harvest its organs after being mistakenly added to a group text.
Wow.
Dave.
Why does everyone look like me?
He was doing it for the stem cells.
Yeah. Like, well, that seems reasonable to me.
Jose Israel Tehran Jr. Boy, that's a name. Yeah. Is charged with prohibition of the prohibition of the purchase and sale of human organs, in addition to 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from Monday's shooting. Police said on December 30th, 2024, Tehran was mistakenly added to a group text thread of a family discussing the details of their 9-month-old's baptism. According to an affidavit for his arrest, Tehran, who was added to the thread after inheriting one of the family members' old cell phone numbers, responded to a photo of the child with, "That's a nice Caucasian baby. How much you want?"
Oh, my God.
A family member proceeded to block him, although he continued to text the group thread asking, "Are you not interested in selling? I'm willing to start the bid at $500K. The 9-month-old's father called Tehran, who said he purchased babies for the organs and was willing to pay for the baby in cash or Bitcoin, according to an affidavit. Tehran said he only accepted Visa. Now, Tehran said he was willing to meet him the same night for the purchase and confirmed he knew the address of the church where the baptism was scheduled and their home address, which, well, that's good. You baptize him so he doesn't go to hell before you harvest him. Anyway, it was sent earlier to the group thread. Apparently, he is just willing to do a job that Americans don't want to do.
There you go.
I did not put that in knowing you're pregnant. That just appeared on the show.
These things are all coincidences.
Or that we were going to be making jokes about Dave buying your baby.
Yeah, just
Really is an odd coincidence.
I didn't even know this was an option.
No, and who would do that? Like, we're having a baby's baptism, and it's like, and the exact words, "How much you want for that baby?"
$500K. I don't think he's good for it.
I'd like to start the bidding.
think he's good
No one else is bidding.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I start the bidding. They're like, why don't we just keep it? Are you sure you don't want to make a bid on it, though?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. You said, I don't think he's good for it. That's the whole time I was like, this guy does not have $500K.
No way.
No way. He's like, you give me the baby, I'm going to show up with the $5. Don't worry about it.
Or Bitcoin.
Yeah, I know where the baptism is. You take Bitcoin? You know how that works? You do crypto?
Got a wallet?
You do baby crypto?
What about NFT? I'll give you one of my NFTs. It's that guy that's high.
Why does this exist?
I don't.
Is it really for creams and potions?
What?
I don't think this guy's serious. Did they actually investigate him and find that he had organs and stuff?
I don't know, because I hope
I
they
think
don't.
he's just crazy.
Because the stuff
I
that
think
I
he's
reply to telemarketers with and stuff is really not.
Is that criminal? Could it be?
If they took that serious, because they'll be like, "What can we do for your company?" And I'll always be like, "I don't know. I need a van, something I have at least room for 30 in the back. I need at least 200 grand cash, and I'll name like the weapons I need and the amount of heroin, and then like I do all the time with.
They need lie, a lot of lie,
I leave so many comments of what I need,
and that's so you can get criminally charged for that.
I don't.
I guess it's just on top of him also brandishing a weapon and. You know,
Oh yeah, he shot somebody in a road rage incident. This is just unrelated
just
to that
extra.
crime.
It's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Oh, so he had shot somebody and then
in a
got
road
the-
rage incident on Monday, and then once they dug into him, they were like, "Oh, and this other weird thing happened with the baby."
like, ew.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
also
so-
charge him for this.
We wanted to say that we think you're a little nutty, but we found out that you also like to buy babies, and he's like, "Come on,
He's like, see,
come on."
Guys. The baby thing is more interesting than the road rage.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to lead with the baby.
They're like, "Yeah, and he killed a guy, whatever." Like,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Yeah.
that happens all the time.
Clearly, he killed a guy. Like, you don't start at baby organ heart. Like, you kill. Like, you do bad things first and land there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you
Gotta
were
build
born into it, like
Maybe it's
dog
Maybelline.
fighting or something.
It's like the family business.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Just
Like my
everyone
dad
does
did it.
Yeah. You
dad's
didn't even know
dad
it was
did it?
wrong. You're like, everyone was doing it.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Yeah.
You guys didn't have pit bulls fighting your yard for cash? You guys didn't
Sorry
buy.
to you. For
You
that.
guys didn't
You
say.
wouldn't like to have fun.
You guys didn't go to birthday parties and go, "Oh my, a white baby, how much?"
It's a great Caucasian baby you got there.
Who's getting the organ?
I'm opening every group text with that now.
Caucasian babies worth more?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I would have
Maybe.
assumed, but I've never put a price tag on it. I mean, are they more rare? I don't think.
Yeah, what's the market
I don't know
value
why
of
that
it?
would be.
Baby.
I guess a ginger baby would be more rare.
Yeah, that would be the most rare.
Rarest.
That's probably like an
Somehow.
$800K bid start.
For sure.
They're like, this is a redhead baby that already has freckles.
Well, the redhead gene though is actually mutation.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would say that they'd be way
It'd be-
cheaper.
Yeah.
You can get them for
Cheaper.
cheap.
They're dying out.
Yeah.
Oh, they are rare. The rarity's going up.
Yeah,
on the
they're like
market,
an
yeah.
endangered species.
Yeah.
But then does that also mean that they don't survive very well, like survival of the fittest?
Yeah. No, well, they are tough though. Do you ever
Yeah.
hear that?
Oh, they
they're
are.
like they
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the
resistant
bald
to-
eagle of baby organs.
different medications and
Yeah,
they,
they
can
have a
take pain
higher
better-
pain
better.
threshold.
Yeah.
That's because they're drunks.
Like maybe.
Yeah, it's true though.
They need more anesthesia too.
They do. They need more anesthesia.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was told when I was getting put under to get my wisdom teeth taken out.
My brother's a slight ginge.
Well, he's
I
tough.
like to tell him about it.
He's tough.
You just
But he's worth a lot on
Beat
the
them up
market.
a bunch, see if there's a difference.
Yeah, he's definitely a good fighter. I got the Italian gene, which is why
Crazy bread.
I like crazy bread.
I'm going there on the way home.
Dude,
So
yeah,
good.
I love
Dude,
crazy
I
bread so
want it
much.
bad.
I ate a bag of crazy
It's crazy bread.
It's from Little Caesars.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Pizza.
okay.
The
bread.
bread
You know,
that's
it's got
there
a
and it's got,
bag,
like, the-
a bag of
Greasy
bread.
You just ate a bag of bread?
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat good, Dave, man. It sounds so good.
I was doing pretty good for a while.
Until the crazy
And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to have a bag of bread for lunch. And I have not
Dude,
felt
I'm right
good.
there with you.
I have not felt good at all. I'm very self-destructive on accident where part of my brain's like, yeah,
Do it.
eat a bag of bread, Dave.
You know what's
Just
delicious.
one day.
Like, I'm an organ donor, and I guarantee you if they did ever open me up, they'd be like, no, who's going to want this?
Like 50.
You're going to be like, do you want a liver that I can't believe works? They're just trying to get, like, years of pill powder out of it.
It's useless.
How's this hard? It's, like, mostly cheese.
Doctor, it somehow turned into cheese.
How about the lungs? I think he smoked for a long time. I think
The sphincter looks good.
the sphincter
Yeah.
is...
Sphincter.
Yeah. Yeah, how's his sphincter? It is ruined. It's like he sat on a fire hydrant every day for 3 hours.
But as we learned, you will not shit yourself.
No.
Don't ever say we didn't teach you anything on this show, okay? We're informative.
The more you know.
And that's where we would have a more you know if we had one, but we don't. So
We don't have one on the fly. We do have to get out of here
you
soon.
have to, yeah.
You are a pleasure to have on. I hope you've had fun.
This is so fun. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. It's
Yeah,
our
it was
pleasure.
great.
It's a pleasure being here.
And on your way home, I hope that it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 'cause
Contemplate the
that's-
price.
That story is
Discussed
scary.
earlier.
Oh, the 500.
Well, who do you donate a baby organ to? Another baby that needs the organ?
That's a black market thing, right?
Or do you have the organ for a long time and you raise it and feed it?
You put it on the shelf next to the window so it could grow.
Like, what do you? It just seems odd.
That's why I don't think like he didn't have the money. He had no fault. Like he's just a crazy guy.
He
This is
local.
not the guy that's getting baby organs for the black market.
Yeah.
That's like a legit guy.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go to a guy who works for the black market to
Back
get my
in.
organs.
No.
Yeah, but if you're desperate, man, you're on that waiting list and those organs aren't showing up and you'll be like, fine, I'll take a little one.
I'll take a rat hole organ.
Maybe it'll grow into me. It'll grow
That's
into size.
Crazy though. They're like, look, we got a kidney. It's the size of a quarter.
Oh, I got one that sucks, so it's better than what I got.
I don't think
Pop
so.
that in here.
I'm sorry to discuss this today.
We're back here. We came
I
back
do
around.
think it's more about the beauty, like the face creams.
I do too.
Oh, like the stuff, the stem cells and stuff
Yeah.
that's in it.
That's why we have to go back to animal testing. I think we really have. You go back and you start.
Fauci was on the edge of
Yeah,
that,
like-
you know?
Yeah.
He was
Rabbits
in there.
wearing lipstick? Like, who cares?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You know?
It's cute.
So what? You spray hairspray into a monkey's eyes while it screams. That's just how you know that it makes things stick,
Yeah.
right?
Got a beagle's vocal cord so it can't scream while you
So you
sit there and get
so you can
stung in the
infect
face.
Yeah, you can't have a vaccine without cutting open a beagle's throat.
Yeah, you know. Omelet and all that.
I can't believe he was pre-pardoned.
Dude, he was
We're
pre-pardoned.
gonna find out what a monster Fauci. We already know what a monster.
Yeah, I hope so. Did you
Fauci, do you know about Fauci and all the beagles he's killed?
I did not know about that.
He's honestly
yes.
killed like just tens of thousands of beagles.
Why beagles?
I don't know. That's the
find
weird
out why
part. Why?
beagles.
Yeah, it's a certain. But yeah, he has killed tons of
It
beagles.
was in medical testing stuff.
Is the beagle most like a human?
I don't know.
424K on beagle experiments.
insane.
Yeah,
That's too many beagles. They're so cute.
they're adorable. I love
Great.
dogs.
Great little dumb
There's
dogs.
definitely uglier dogs than beagles. to
I
test on.
and I love dogs. Yeah, there's a couple maybe we could go for, but for the most part, I love them. Like Fauci, he made AIDS worse. We all know that because he was like, I have the ATZ cocktail, and they were like, what does that do? It's like it kills the immunity. And then COVID, he obviously aces.
Yeah. They were like, you remember that guy that was so good during the 80s? Should get him again.
Yeah. Hey, you know the guy who made everything worse? Is he still available for the highest paid job?
It turns out he is.
So it
I'm
was
back.
because the dogs were bitten to death by fleas.
So
That was the experiment.
But didn't he?
what is that
but
experiment?
didn't
What are you
he-
experimenting?
but Didn't he make them get eaten by
Yes,
fleas?
yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the point of the experiment.
They're like laying on tables. It's very sad.
and
I don't
cut out. Yeah, I'm trying to find out why the vocal cords.
Yeah, he
because they would bark.
Well, because he
They
didn't
would bark
want to
'cause they're in
hear
pain.
him bark and crying.
Oh, that's messed up. I thought
I
it was
know.
for a medical reason.
It's the most
No.
demonic,
God.
evil shit.
No, it's because he didn't want to hear his work.
Failing.
Yeah. So he would have these dogs eaten by fleas, and cut the vocal cords. This was Fauci, who was just pardoned by Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way out.
Good guy.
Gotta love him.
Yeah, that's
Winner.
the sad part. Like, this isn't made up or have like even a political angle.
Oh.
The guy's just a piece of shit. Like, there's got to be a
Yeah.
way to test. I don't know what you're trying to test with that.
It doesn't make like you're testing transmutable diseases between
Mittable?
it's transmittable. Sorry, I'm black.
That's true. You are.
With the fleas, is that what it is?
That's what I'm trying to find out. There's all
wait,
these
why?
medical journals with all the
Can we
jargon.
not?
I'm like, I don't.
Can we not do that? I mean, we should ask Dr. Steve why.
We should ask Dr.
Ask him
Steve.
why.
Yeah, we should.
We will.
Thank you guys so much for watching the show.
We got to end of the world.
We gotta go. I know. I'm just gonna let them know that we have hats and beanies and mugs on blazeshop.com/normal. I think we have a normal slash. We might not, but if you're on the landing page, you'll find it. It's on the collections.
Yes, and
What if
you,
it's for like a flea collar?
Like a little normal world.
And if you get a normal world mug or hat or something, take a picture, tweet it to us, Instagram it to us.
Yeah.
We want to see all that stuff. So, thank you.
Yeah.
And why don't you write in the comments why you think Fauci shouldn't have been pardoned?
It's not good.
You
get a
could
lot of
just
those.
write the word beagle
Beagle.
or I heart beagles.
Everything. Just say everything. Every reason possible.
And Sam, where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at best Sam Lopez, and that's kind of like my main platform.
Cool.
Yeah, find me there.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the football stuff you put out. Sam has worked with me many times. She's a wonderful comedian. Check her out. And now we're bringing you to the end of the world.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Apparently, Cardi B attempted to bypass the TikTok US ban by using a Hawaiian VPN because she didn't realize Hawaii is the United States. What are some other ways Cardi B tried to bypass the TikTok ban?
Well, it's a hidden skill she didn't talk about. She hacked into the app with her IQ that's said to be 80. So
Oh, that's pretty
it's a
good.
very high IQ.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
80 is not that high of an IQ.
Is it not? I have mine's like 65. I was told that was good.
I was told that was good.
I think it's a little higher than we all thought it was for Cardi B.
No, it's true.
Angela, what do you have?
threatening to make a sequel to WAP called Whopper.
Whoppier.
Whopper. Flame broiled.
It's a Sam.
By sitting on her phone. That's got to be the most,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, it'll definitely tap out at some point. I'm gonna say by luring TikTok to a hotel, drugging it, and robbing it.
Oh well.
That would be another one.
That's her MO.
That's what she does.
Since
Cardi B.
that old B.
Cardi B.
See you next Tuesday.
I hope.